next time.
What's going on, YouTube? It is your boy Forever One Ghost here, coming right back at you with a brand new anime review video. What is going on, guys? I definitely wanted to review this anime called Violet Evergarden. Now, a couple of my friends told me and recommended this to me the day that it came out, because they usually see certain animes during times where they come out. This one was a Netflix exclusive, I think, that was bought by Netflix, or they bought the licensing for it to bring it to Netflix, I feel. And so Netflix decided to put it on. It was 13 episodes, and they saw them all. They told me, go, you should check it out. It's beautiful. It's such a great story. And, I said, okay, I'll check it out eventually. I was doing other content at the time, but then when I had the chance to sit down and watch it, it blew me away. It reminded me of so many other animes. It reminded me of Out Noah Zero. It reminded me of Gundam in some sense, and a lot of other, kind of war style fighting animes, kind of in that sense. Not that she was in a robot or anything like that, but in the sense where she was a soldier, more or less. And so were a lot of the characters in certain shows where their love interests were mostly soldiers that fell in love with, like the princess or a female that was a pilot, etc., etc. And many of my explanations to that. So anyway, so I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions of this anime, give you some plot into it a little bit as to who she is and her character and what went down in her life. So we're going to go ahead and do that. As an abandoned and nameless child, Violet was found by a Navy officer named Defried Bougainvillea. That's his name, the person who found her. She killed several of his soldiers who attempted to rape her. Later, Defried gave her to his brother Gilbert in the military as a gift for his promotion to Major, to be used as a tool for war. So, pretty much saying that Defried is his brother, older brother, and his little brother Gilbert, or obviously brothers, obviously. So, during the time, Violet was found by Defried, and he saw her killing his officers who attempted to rape her. And so then he captured her and then gave her to his brother, Gilbert, who got promoted to Major. Anyway, so let's go on here. Gilbert insisted and treated her as a human being. Taught her how to speak, read, and write, and named her after the flower, Violet, wishing she could grow up to be as beautiful as the plant. During the war, repeatedly played a vital role in battles, trying to save Gilbert in the war's decisive battles. She lost both her arms. With the war over, her arms replaced with advanced metallic prosthetics. She decided to become an auto memory doll in order to learn the meanings of the words "I love you," Gilbert's last words to her. That, my friends, is a pretty insane story as to what she became and how she was brought about. So she was abandoned as a child, and then Gilbert's brother, Defried, found her. And later on during the time, she ended up killing the people that were trying to rape her, in the sense where she then got captured again by Defried and sent over with him to give her as a gift to Gilbert to be used as a tool for war. And when I heard about all this and saw the animation, the details, the writing for this, and I saw the anime itself, I knew right away when I saw Gilbert's eyes, he immediately looked at her and was so saddened. He had that look of like, oh my God, what did he do? Kind of like he felt, in the sense, ashamed by what he did. But he knew if he told him anything, he might not let him take her. So he decided, you know what, he hugged her and told her, I'll take her. And in the sense, yes, he did use her for war, but he almost all the time never wanted her to go into war, into battle, fighting. He instead, as you saw here, and as I read to you, he taught her how to speak, read, and write. Taught her how to be more than just a tool for war, And even during his final breath, he told her something that meant the world to her, that she wanted to find out what it meant, because those were his last words to her. I literally could not keep myself to emotions. This was such a high intense anime that I literally could not believe it. This was obviously a light novel that was released in 2015 that was then made a few years later into an actual anime. And then, it was released to Netflix on March the 23rd of 2018. So, and then there's 13 plus episodes, which including the OVA. I think the 13 episodes are already there. They're probably going to add the OVAs later on in the next few months or so, or maybe in the next year. Who knows? But great anime. I this plot story to this young lady who was given the name Violet Evergarden, which he gave her the name Violet, and Evergarden was the caretakers who took her in. The family who took her in gave them her last name, or their last name to her. So that was pretty insane, because after he passed away, the Major's friend, he told his friend, please take care of her if at any moment anything happens to me. So I immediately knew that this person was genuinely trying to help her after Gilbert had passed away. As you guys may have remembered, that he passed away during a time where the brother was more or less alive, and he captured her and all that other stuff, and it was just a mess. It was just a nasty mess. And I couldn't even tell you, but the guy who took her in was Claudia Hodgins. Claudia, I know it sounds like a woman's name, but it's a man's name. Claudia Hodgins, a former Army commander. Claudia is the president of the C. Elch Postal Company, which gave her the job as an Out of Memories doll. He was a good friend of Gilbert's during the time in the military, and Claude attempts to help Violet take the first steps of her new life in order to absolve himself of his own guilt, stemming from Violet's treatment back in the military. So, the Claude, I'm going to call him Claude to make it easier for me to say, because I don't want to just call him by a woman's name. But if you guys want, I'll just call him Claudia. But I'm going to call him Claude, because obviously that's a man's name. So he took her in right after Gilbert had passed away. He found her in a hospital where she had no arms. Or her entire arm was gone. No hand, nothing. She just got her entire arms replaced. Which was tremendously sad. Definitely a very powerful story, seeing her journey as an Out of Memories doll, going around writing letters for other people, and her extravagant journey to rediscover, I feel, her life in a different way instead of being in the military taking orders. And of course, in the sense, finding the meanings of what I love you means, which is incredible. If you guys haven't seen it, I do recommend highly to watch Violet Evergarden on Netflix. It's a very beautiful story. I could not explain any more as to how great this anime is. I know it's a very new anime, but obviously such a very well told, powerful story that this anime was even, made even before this was put on Netflix. As I said, it was made in 2015 as a light novel, which was written by Riko Yokishida, who was the writer of this anime and the novel of it, obviously. And so the studio that made this was Kyoto Animation, which was another great company that I heard of. It was they made Clannad Key made Clannad, another, but Kyoto I think did the animations for it, I think, but I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments below. Also, guys, make sure you guys do check this anime out. Definitely, it's a top 5 or top 10 anime for sure. It's hard to really switch them up, because this one's good. Definitely a top 10 anime for sure. Top 5 it'd be a very hard argument to say that it isn't or isn't. But I'd have to find that argument, or I'd have to find someone to argue about that argument. But anyway, definitely a 9 out of 10 anime. This was a roller coaster of emotions. What she went through, what she had to endure to become a much better person, even after what she's been through, even from the people that tried to hurt her and rape her, which is awful, completely awful. It's a tough journey for this character, and I definitely see that even what Defree did to her was awful, but then she found a very nice light of hope from the brother Gilbert, the younger brother, and of course from Claude, who is the other person who took her in after he passed away and gave her a job as an Out of Memories doll. But hopefully this information is given to you well. If you guys love this review, please slap a like on this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and let me know in the comments below if you have seen Violet Evergarden. And also, if you guys want to recommend me any animes you guys want me to check out, I will definitely check out. There is another one that I will be reviewing that I know a lot of you guys, oh my god, I know a lot of you guys want me to review. I'm gonna go click on it now so I can remember the name, and that way you guys will know that I will be watching this, obviously. But again, Violet Evergarden is a fantastic anime. Once again, I repeat, and I will say it again and again. Very good anime. If you guys haven't seen it, I 100% recommend it. It's on Netflix. I've never had the Netflix hasn't really put out animes like that. I think they did, and I just not noticed it maybe. But I know that they've produced some really good ones, or they didn't really produce any. They pretty much released a lot of good animes, I feel, and that's what they always do. And but again, if they have released any other animes that are on Netflix that you guys want me to check out, I will 100,000,000% check it out here, and I will watch it. And also, guys, one more thing before I go is if you guys want to do any Dokkan battle videos or want to join my Discord, there will be a link in the description below or in the About section of my YouTube channel. If you guys want to check it out and want to join the Discord, feel free to do so. And the anime that everyone's been telling me to watch, and I did watch, and I will be doing a review of, is Darling in the Franxx. Slap an extra like on that video, on this video, if you guys want me to do the review of Darling in the Franxx. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day. Keep watching anime. Make sure to check out Viewster, my good friends, my favorite anime app to use for watching anime. I know a lot of people always tell me once again, they don't sponsor you, they don't do nothing for you. That's not true. They do watch my videos, and they do support my videos somewhat sometimes, not always. But I am looking forward to one day in the future before, I don't know, I croak, I get a chance to work with them one day. But again, this is all on me. I'm not forcing them to do anything. I love Viewster. They're a great company, and I suggest you check them out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Have an awesome day. Keep watching anime. And as always, guys, stay awesome, stay blessed, and keep on the anime hype.